Hello, this is Rachel with Mic Drop Miniatures, and today I'm going to show you how to make this Dollhouse miniature craft table with counter height chair. Here's the piece all done for you to see. It's a great addition to any miniature craft room. So to get started, you're going to need glue, some blocks just to make all your things square. I'm just using simple Legos, and then your DIY project. So this would have came in your August 24 subscription box. You can get these separately on my website or as a kit, micdropminiatures.com. So check that out. So let's get started by making the legs. So here are the legs that we are going to make. Pretty simple. This is definitely a beginner project. And once we get the legs, all we're going to do is put the top on. So it's pretty easy. These legs are for storage. And so we're going to get started by grabbing the pieces with the lines. There's 6 of these. And the lines are templates for where to place your shelves. So there are 3. And the only thing you need to know here is that you're either going to glue on the top or you're going to glue on the bottom of the line. So you're just going to add a thin piece of glue and add it to, I'm going to do above the line on all 3. And it's just really important that you stay consistent because that's how your shelves will be the same. So here's where a block comes in handy, or my Legos. So, so I know that they are square. And you just want to hold those in place until they stand up. I know it's always the hardest part about making miniatures is waiting for the glue to dry. So you're going to go ahead and do 4 of these. And then when we're done, when your pieces have dried, you're going to take one and you're going to add glue to the other side. Flip it over and now make sure that that shelf is again on top of that line. I know you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm making sure that that shelf is above the line on that back piece. Again, I'm going to hold this in place for a while until it dries. I'm going to flip it though so you can see it. Let it dry, and then you're going to do the same thing with the other piece. I'm going to add glue and then flip it over, and now this isn't going to have the template on this side, so you're going to have to kind of eyeball it, but it should, if you use that template, it should line up. This again where the blocks come in handy, or a straight edge, because you don't want a wobbly table for sure. So just play with this until you get it right. I think that looks good. And again, you can use that trick of using super glue and your regular glue. Like I use Well Bond. You can use those together and the glue will dry a lot faster. All right, so you're going to add glue to the top of these. And then glue actually it's the bottom. Glue the bottom into place. And let's see, I'm going to show you again what it should look like. Here it is. So here it is, what it should look like. You're going to need 2 of these. And then again, you're just going to glue the top to it. And pretty easy. You can paint it, stain it. So here's the next project. This is our chair. Pretty easy. I would say this again is a beginner project. We're going to punch out all of our pieces. Should easily pop out. If you have one that maybe the laser didn't go all the way through, you can take your X-Acto knife and simply pop it out. And then once you get all your pieces popped out too, you want to make sure if you have any edges that possibly need to be sanded a little, you can just use fine grit sandpaper and sand off the edges. Okay, so let's lay out all of our pieces. And the first thing we're going to start with is gluing the back to the side. So I'm just holding this in place until it dries. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Hold that in place for a while. Once I think I can safely set it down and that it's dried enough, I can move on to the next piece. Again, I always just walk away. It's a lot easier. I'm just kind of impatient. So next we're going to add the seat on. So just simply add glue to the sides, to the top here. Again, you could try that super glue with a combination of your tacky glue and get more of an instant bond. So the chair back should fit right in there. And we're going to hold that in place for a while. This next step is optional. This is for the sides. So you can have a leg rest, and then, let me show you on this piece. So here's the leg rest, and then these, so there's 3 pieces, and then one in the back. I personally think I like them better. You don't have to add them if you don't want, but you just simply add glue to the sides and then pop them into place. So here's the chair again with all the sides in place, and voila, you have a beautiful chair. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. You can always check out all my tutorials at micdropminiatures.com, and please visit me on social. My handle is @micdropminiatures. All right, thanks, and have a good day.